Now, I'm sure you all know Apple released the new iPhone 13 lineup, and people have really strong feelings towards them. Either one, it's the best release for an iPhone they had in a while, or two, they really haven't done anything to it. Which brings up the question, is it an innovation or a disappointment? Well, I'll attempt to answer that question in this video. Now, before we start, I would like to mention that I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year, so please consider subscribing to receive more videos like these. Well, let's start by talking about the display on them. Now, after 4 generations of iPhones without a home button, they finally reduced the notch. Only by a little bit. Honestly, I don't think it will make any difference. As a matter of fact, they actually were expected to reduce the notch entirely, or at least much more, so it's almost like a Galaxy phone. But no, they only made it smaller by half a centimeter, not the exact measurements. They also improved their refresh rate, and the 13 Pro can change the amount of hertz depending on the battery life, and they call that ProMotion. That's everything for the display. Now let's talk about the camera. It's now diagonal. They also added better stabilization with a moving sensor, like they did with the 12 Pro. They added the feature called Cinematic Mode, and with the 13 Pro, they made a big improvement on their magnification. That's essentially everything on the camera. Now let's talk about the processor. The A15 Bionic is nothing really to be excited about, because they only slightly improved the speed, but they did improve their battery life, so it's an hour and a half to 2 hours more than the 12 and 12 Pro. So that's everything new that's been released in the iPhone 13. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's really worth it. If you have an iPhone XS or upwards, I wouldn't recommend buying it. I reckon the only reason why you would want to buy this phone is for the battery life. Otherwise, just forget about it. Now, of course, some people may find this phone to be an innovation, with a display, processor, and camera, but at this point, I think the iPhone 13 is just a disappointment. So that's everything. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year, as I said earlier, and I'll see you later.